Hello everyone and welcome back in a new episode of our Minecraft series. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the last episode. The last one was our anniversary. We just have celebrated the first year of our Minecraft gameplay 1 year ago. If you missed that, go back and check it. It's quite nice. I've just lovingly handpicked each and every most important most important piece of each episode and collaged them together into a single video for you to watch. So if you are still new to our series, that might be worth your time if you don't want to watch the entire series, because you can also do that and I'd be very happy. Okay, this aside, let's start again with working to our signboard. In today's episode I want to work on two different things which are not in this dimension, because I want to work onto the Nether HUB and onto the Piglin trading hall. This has to be done into the Nether because piglins that get sent to the overworld automatically turn into zombified ones. So we'll have to capture some and, well, lure them up to our hub, since currently our Nether hub is placed at the top of the Nether, basically. And then trap them there and do what we want. I plan on making an automatic piglin trading hall using redstone and dispenser for dispensing things. You can see that I have moved our portal. Originally it was over here in this part. So here we have all the tunnels. I've already started digging out some space. I have a plan for this central Nether hub. For the moment, it won't be something too fancy, but it will be decent enough for our portal to just be presentable. But you can see here, for example, I've started digging a lot. And as a matter of fact, I'm full of basalt and I don't know where to place it anymore, so I'll just use this hub as a quarry for the time being, and in the long run I'll be working on the hub itself. In this episode we are going to work on the topmost, this part where the portal lies, and we will be doing some flooring, some ceiling, walls, and then obviously we will also be implementing our piglin trading hall. So allow me to go a little bit ahead. I still need to shave off a couple of layers of these materials. So I want to lower the floor at least 2 blocks more, if not even more, because I want to make the portal a little bit taller and a little bit nicer, and then we will be able also to start working on the actual design. So I'll keep you posted. Nether TNT. Okay, you can see that I've been proceeding a little bit, even resorting to some, let's say, risky methods to speed up the job, since excavating is quite troubling, I guess, in the Nether. Like it's not easy, especially because you can't rely on beacons, since we don't have a hole over here. You can see we have the bedrock, which is breakable. So instead, by using beds, well, beds are a cheap TNT alternative. So it's very useful to have them, and especially since now we have the shepherd, which sells us beds directly. So yes, we are basically exchanging emeralds for TNT. works only in the Nether, and I believe also in the end. Yes, it's quite painful, but we managed to resist it. We should get ourselves maybe some blast protection armor. Yes, why not? We'll make ourselves a nice blast suit. Could be an interesting idea. Okay, so now that we have at least some space to work with, I'll just go ahead of camera and even out a little bit further the floor. We have to start by working on the ceiling. And for the ceiling, I had in mind a very particular design. Welcome back. So I have a little bit of a progress update. You can see that I've been working, lowered much the floor on our Nether hub, and I've started working on the ceiling. You can see here that I've used the red nether brick, as I've told previously, for this, let's say, roundel, which is the border of the flat area of our ceiling. And then I've just went down using all sorts of stairs and slabs made of quartz, for then finishing off with a blackstone border near the wall of our nether hub. I'm planning on leaving the walls as is, so with this mixture of basalt and netherrack and all the related materials, blackstone, quartz. You can see here that I've started also hollowing out these little indents here on the sides, and these are basically going to be accesses to the tunnels that currently run much higher. For example, this one takes us to the village. You can see that I've just redirected the path. Instead of going straight onwards here, just goes down here. In the future, I'm planning on making a nicer tunnel here that goes over to the other portals, and the same goes for the other ones. So that one, this one, I'll just have to move them in here in the front, and then I can start working on them on this side instead. For the time being, I'm just planted some netherrack because I needed it for crafting the red nether brick. But I'm thinking of making on this side the Piglin trading hall I mentioned previously. So I'll go ahead, finish off the entire ceiling, and place down also the floor. I'll have then to resize our portal. I have already gathered the necessary obsidian, and I'll have to hollow out this area. So let's meet again once the build is finished. Okay, welcome back. So we've finished the main portal room. You can see here that I went ahead and plastered the floor way downwards, at least for what concerns the materials. So and instead I've made this glass floor, which is see-through, and obviously red because we are nether, it's most appropriate. I went ahead also and put up some signs for understanding where we go by taking these tunnels. And last but not least, I've also started working on the addendum that I wanted to do here. You can see that I've been blasting even here with beds. I've been blasting so much that I already went ahead and got myself an Explo-Suit, an explosion-proof suit. Yes, just an armor set with blast protection. It's the first time since I've started playing Minecraft that I've actually used blast protection, so that's new. And I had to lower here the floor that much because I've measured in my testing world, and you have to have at least 9 blocks between the, let's say, exploding bed and the nearest block you want to keep. I've used, well, I've done my test with glass, but basically if I were to place a bed over here, which is on level 102, it shouldn't blow up the glass, which is on level 112, which is 10 blocks higher. So yeah, now what I want to do, I'll work off camera once more, and we'll have to just carve out properly because we did this way. We did like the first bits, we took out the biggest chunk of basalt basically, and now we have to dig out the rest, making it regular, and work on the texture of the room itself. I think I may be covering it entirely in blackstone, in a sort of way to emulate the bastions. And I'm also thinking of moving in here this little patch of netherwood, just for safekeeping. Better have it here than not. So I'll be back to you once we have some more progress. While I'm busy working on actually building the room, I wanted to show you here in my testing world in the Nether how the mechanism that we are going to install looks like. So it may seem complicated, but in reality it's much more simpler. Well, the idea behind it is very simple. So we have three parts in our mechanism. First of all, down here we have the collection part. So basically we have hoppers that are locked using locked and unlocked using redstone, which are in charge of picking up everything that the piglins do drop after they have bartered with us. After which it comes the dispensing mechanism, which is this array of dispensers. You can see already that I've gone ahead and added in some gold already. And last but not least, we have the refill mechanism, which is barely rare. So the most interesting part of this mechanism is that everything has to be done on a time basis. Allow me to first of all show you, and then I shall explain you. So for activating the mechanism, we need to get our hands on some gold and load it into this hopper minecart. We can load as much as we want, it doesn't matter. The system will always end up distributing everything evenly. By flipping this lever, the minecart travels up, and here, most importantly, this rail piece gets turned. In that way, the minecart starts looping around, and it basically allows to run indefinitely. So we can leave it turned on, we can shut it off, it doesn't matter. So now we can activate the actual machine. Here we have a very simple Ethonian hopper clock, which with 15 items gives a time window of 6 seconds, because piglins do require 6 seconds to, let's say, admire the gold, and then the barter is concluded. And you can see that whenever the gold gets dispensed, these torches turn on, and therefore these hoppers get turned off, get deactivated. This is done because we have to prevent that the golden ingot dispensed from these droppers gets sucked up by our hoppers. This is a thing we don't want, because, well, that would defeat the purpose of the entire setup. So that is what I meant with the mechanism working on a time basis. Whenever the dispensers are activated, we have to deactivate the hoppers. So this was the actual mechanism, and now we can get back to our actual gameplay, our actual world, to see what I've cooked up. Welcome back! So I went much ahead. We are mostly done. We are just lacking a couple of adjustments here in this latest part. Mainly just the ceiling and digging out. I'm still not completely decided on what to do. I don't want to continue this ceiling. You can see here that I've already went ahead and brought here one piglin, Francis. Hello, Francis. And he's angry because I'm not wearing gold. I had to lure him by just aggroing him since I'm not wearing gold, and it was, well, a little bit not finicky, but frantic. Yes, I had to run all up to here. I've also completed here the stairs and added a very important sign. Always wear your Explo-Suit if digging. Since we are supposed to dig with bats, that's a good reminder, because for this here I've left the Explo-Suit. At the moment I'm wearing my protection suit, so my default one. And I've already implemented here the redstone machinery that I've shown you in the testing world. Well, obviously it's not exactly the same, but it's the concepts are and the pieces are the same. The layout may be a little bit different, but it works exactly the same, so I don't think we need a demonstration. Also because we are still lacking the other 3 slots. It is a work for off-camera me. So, let's get back to the overworld and let's conclude today's episode. Also bash in the beauty of our new portal. Lovely. And here we are in front of our signboard. I've just slept since I've been working for days and nights in the Nether. I was basically insomniac. And if I were to have recorded the conclusion here at night, I would have been just sieged by phantoms. So quick sleep, and here we are, new day, and we are concluding today's episode. So in today's episode, we managed to do 3 things, actually. I don't know if you noticed, but we also managed to get our hands on a little lava farm. So we can take down this one. And then we also worked with the Piglin clearing hole, and it is also automatic. Very good indeed. And last but not least, we have the Nether HUB. This allows us to work on another sign, but I'll work on it off camera and just show you the results, which is the ice rays and their relative decorations. I'll start by working on the closest ones, and for the furthest away I'll have to gather some more particular blocks. So today's was a very productive episode. And I'm very happy of what we achieved. Off camera I'll be working on just polishing the little details that I have left to be done. I thank you for following me until this moment. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's episode, and subscribe if you wish to see more like them. And I'll be waiting for you, as always, in the next episode. Bye bye!